Hello everyone, today we're gonna be reviewing the Grand Fusion Pet Hair Remover. I'm always in the lookout for new products that remove pet hair from clothing, especially from dark clothes. If this didn't work, it will be my favorite product ever. So if you're interested to see if this works, keep on watching. I saw on Target this Grand Fusion Pet Hair Remover for the dryers, and of course I needed to test them out. You guys know how much hair we have in our house, especially in our clothing, and this says that it removes pet hair from the clothing in the dryer. They are soft balls, they are gentle in the clothing, they create friction and knock down all the hair and lint. So of course we need to test them out. And they're supposed to last 6 months. This is how the balls look. They're pretty soft, but they're also like plasticky. I don't know how to describe it really well. All I could say is they're very similar to the thing that you use to change the color on makeup brushes. If you do your makeup, you know what I'm talking about. We brush them around 3 times a week, and in between every time we pet them, a bunch of loose fur comes out. You could see me here just passing my hand through him, and all the hair that is coming out, all of that stick to my clothes, to the carpet, to the everything. I have been looking for years for a product to make my life easier, especially doing laundry. I don't like doing laundry. It's not one of those things that I like to do. And if I found a product that make my life easier and that I don't have to use that many lint roller, it will be perfect. I will love it. So this shirt here is clean. We just take it out of the dryer, and you can see the amount of hair that's still on it. I have to use a roller to take it out. This one here is dirty, as you can see here, and more or less they have the same amount of hair when they go dirty into the washer and when they come out clean from the dryer. Before I fold this one, I normally use a roller like this. They're sticky to take out all the fur that stick to it. But this is a clean shirt and it looks just exactly like the one that is dirty. So that's why I wanna test today's product to see if it will help and our shirt don't come out this full of fur when it come out of the dryer. This is my PJ pants that I slept with last night, and Venus and Apollo, they sleep in bed with us and they're shedding a lot right now. So you could see the amount of fur on my PJ pants. So this is gonna be one of the testing pieces. This is from Target and they're super comfortable. They're from the brand Star Above. And they're one of the most comfortable PJ pants I have, but they're a fur magnet, as you can see. The best way of testing them out is doing a lot of clothes of all black clothing and one blue one that got between the mix. And I have different material to test them out. For laundry detergent, I'm gonna be using Mrs. Meyer's. It's the same detergent I always use. I love it and it's cruelty free. I'm gonna wash it in the normal setting. That is the setting I use the most. Like that is a fair comparison to what I normally do when I do my laundry. Before I started testing, I was drying my blankets that I normally use in bed, and you can see here how much fur it comes out regularly from just using the regular laundry how I do it. You can see here a ball of fur, Again, this is before our test, just with my regular wool balls that I use to help with the drying, and nothing else. It just have the wool balls inside. And now I'm gonna be showing you what is inside our lint pocket. Like that, you can see how much hair comes out, just to have an idea how much hair comes out when we do laundry. I want to clean the dryer before we test it out with the black clothing. Like that we know there's no hairs from the previous load that I did of the blanket. The instructions say to use 2 to 3 balls on the dryer for a small load. To me this is a small load, so I'm gonna be putting 3 of them. My dryer is pretty big in size, but I really think with the 3 is more than enough. We don't need more than these 3 that we put. Here we see a little bit of fur, lint, and a little bit of particles from the balls that we are testing. They leave a little bit of particles all over the rim of the dryer. First, here we have my PJ pants, and it did a pretty good job with this one. I only see this one big hair. Nothing terrible, just a few loose one up here, but overall they look pretty well compared with how much normally they get stuck on them. This one is made of 100% cotton, so for you to have more or less an idea. In this blouse, in the other hand, is full of fur. It doesn't look like they did nothing for it. It looked worse than when it went inside the dryer. Is full of hair everywhere. Yeah, the material is different than the PJ pants, but I was expecting better. The white balance is terrible. I'm sorry for that. These are 100% cotton boxers from Hugo Boss. They are super black. You cannot tell because of the white balance is terrible. And normally they get a lot of hair and they don't have that many as normally they do. This one is 98% polyester, 2% spandex, and this one is the best one of all of them. You don't see any hairs on it, but I think it's the material, I think it's the polyester, not the actual balls. Here is back my favorite slithering t-shirt, and you could see the amount of hair that's still on it. It honestly looked the same when it was dirty than now that when it's clean. I see all the hair still. This is 100% cotton, and I don't see much difference. I honestly don't see the point on using the balls because I still have to use the lint roller now. This is our first ball, and you can see it have a bunch of lint from other pieces of clothing and a bunch of hair sticking to the ball. So it did do something. Obviously, I think maybe I need to put more of them. Just in case it's my error and not the balls, I'm gonna be washing them now, and I'm gonna put another load of clothing to see. I want to show you this one that got stuck to my PJ top. This is the same PJ that you saw the pants. This is the shirt from the PJ set, and the ball got super stuck to it. I don't know why it got super stuck, but you could see here it doesn't want to move, like it's there. Let's check the lint catcher to see how much fur and lint is on it, and you could see a bunch of little particles from the actual balls. I don't know if you could see them. All those little black specks are from the plastic foamy balls that we are using, and a bunch of hair and lint as well. So I'm washing the balls to make sure to take out every lint and fur that will stick to it, to reuse them, to give them a second try, because so far I'm not impressed with them. Jay was playing with Apollo with this t-shirt on, and they were rolling in the floor playing, and you could see how much fur it had on it. So this is gonna be one of the testing pieces. This is the shirt the last time got the most amount of hair, so I used it this weekend just to have it dirty. I'm not sure on the material. I cannot find a label where it says the material anywhere, but definitely this one gets a lot of hair stick to it. Last night I wore the same pajamas the last time to have them again, and they're my favorite. They're super comfortable and they have a good amount of hair. This is the load of black clothes that we're gonna be doing, and I'm gonna be using 3 balls because it's a small load. I clean the dryer before doing this. I remove all the lint and clean everywhere like that. Anything that comes out is from this test. Here we have the cloth after using the balls again, and I already see a lot of fur sticking to the blouse. It's crazy, like I don't think they work. You could see how much fur is sticking to it. Again, I don't know the material, but a lot of hair is sticking. I'm gonna have to use a lint roller anyway before I put it away. So I think it was pointless to be using these balls, to be honest. This is the top of my pajama set, and you could see 2 balls stick this time to it, and they don't want to come out. They're pulling all the strands from the shirt, and little pieces of the foam ball is sticking to the shirt, which if I wear this again, it will be super uncomfortable, probably very itchy, as they have little pieces of microplastics, and that's not good also for the environment because it's leaving all those plastics everywhere, in my clothes, in my dryer, and on my table here where I fold my clothes. This is a disaster. I do not recommend this product. Look at this, how it's pulling all the pieces of my clothing. This shirt I think is gonna be going into the trash. At this point, I'm super frustrated. I just wanna throw everything away. Look how many little plastics there all over the shirt. It's terrible. That's gonna be so itchy if I wear this again because I don't think I'm gonna be able to remove every single tiny piece that got stuck to it. And look how many microplastics there's on top of my counter here. For Jay's boxer that are 100% cotton, it did a decent amount of job. There's only a few hairs on them, but again, after what it did to the top of my pajamas, I'm never gonna use these balls again. They're going in the trash. I can get over with how much plastic is leaving on my countertop every time I get out a piece of clothing. This is terrible for the ecosystem, and I will never use them. Look, these pajamas also have a few hairs. It's not as offensive as the first time, but it still have hairs and plastic, so this is a huge no for me. This was Jay's shirt that have the most amount of hair, and you still see a few here and there, but not as bad as it went in. But it didn't came out completely clear of hair if that was what you were expecting. You could see here a lot of little plastics on the dryer and on the lint pocket. Also have obviously lint and fur, but you could see all the black pieces of plastic everywhere, which I'm super upset with it. And here we have our balls after using them for the second time. They have a few fur hairs and some lint on it. But definitely they're going into the trash. I'm never gonna use them again. I hate them. And the package that I never opened, that's going back to Target. I'm gonna return it because I hate it that much. So save your money and skip on this. They are terrible, terrible. One of the worst product I have ever reviewed.